What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Fortnite Save the World. Now, I have some ideas about some guns. The other day, I said I needed a core perk before, so I can change the the Heartbreaker. Um, Heartbreaker by itself right now is pretty good. Right? It's not really good. It is a good one. So, like I said, in the last video, if you needed it or if it's something you have the gold for and you're like, hey, I don't really have a really good gun right now, Heartbreaker is the one that you could use. All these other ones I got just to collection book them. This hero, Ted Laser. So if you want a teddy bear that shoots lasers, and this guy I think is just, yeah, I'm gonna buy this real fast. um But what else do I need? This. And that's it. I always gotta buy at least those two from the shop. For me, everything else I don't necessarily need really bad. Eventually I will, so I should keep buying this stuff. Um, but I'm not going to right now. I'll do it later. Um, Heartbreaker's good. I'm probably gonna trash it, and I'm gonna trash it for this gun. You're probably like, "Oh, why this gun?" Yes, it is a fire locked weapon, so it's different from this one, right? This one you can have energy. It is fire locked, meaning that I cannot change the element from fire, right? Um, but I did see that it has a stun increase duration by 6, and I want that stun duration for slightly different reason than I wanted it for this one. Obviously, um, what I had thought was that does it chain attack? I don't think it chains it. I think it does. It probably does. I don't remember at this point if it did or didn't chain attack when I was using it for that video. I have a feeling it didn't as of recording this, right? I don't want to stop and I don't want to stop recording and check. um, but because this is an area of effect weapon that you could spam with the spam build, I don't know if I still have it equipped. I do have it right here. Um, with the sort of spam build, spam launcher build, I guess you can call it. I also got waste not want for the magazine size. So if I'm running this character and I have this weapon, instead of a magazine of 3, who knows? It might have more, or it might not. Right? It may only account for what is it? It may only account. I'll put this character on. Okay, yeah. Um, it may only account for guns. It excludes launchers, I guess, so ranged weapons, and excludes launchers. Um, or excludes explosive weapons rather, and obviously doesn't include melees. Um, so it probably excludes launchers. It excludes maybe the mythics, but increases everything else. So if I were to have waste not want on this one, it would give me, instead of magazine of 4, it'd probably give me a magazine of 7 or 6, around that area. But I want to try. The instead of the impact and knockback magnitude, which would be pretty cool. A lot of impact, or a lot of knockback rather, on the initial impact, since the AOE itself won't be affected. I'm curious to know if the AOE will have that stun duration increase. Now I don't know if this will stun at all. I do know the um, what is it called? Chinese New Year weapons. They usually have a sort of stun factor. Like you seen earlier, that I had also bought the ram. That was it called? The Copper Dragon's Fist, which has a like ram's head on it. That is also somewhat of a stunner. Does it have a stun duration on there? No. But things with high impact tend to stun for a short duration. Um, which kind of like this, it does have a high impact right now, so it would stun for a short duration. I was curious if I could abuse the stun duration on this, which is exactly what I want to do. So I'm gonna change this over to stun duration, and I'm gonna see if I can stun the hell out of enemies with it, basically. So obviously the impact changed, the knockback changed, but the knockback isn't a stat. I'm gonna favorite it, and I'm gonna unfavorite this. And I'm gonna toss it. Oh, and I'm gonna toss it. Okay, now I'm gonna craft one, and I'm gonna go ahead and equip it, and then I will go into a 160. So I'll see you guys in at 160. All right, we're back at a 160. Let's see. Now, what I want to do first is I want to pop my. Oh, it's cool. It changed. It's all pink and white because of the skin. Not all launchers change, but I do want to try it on that guy. I do not. Let's try it regularly first. Oops, missed. It's gonna stun him. How long does it stun him for? Is the real question. Okay, 1, 2, he died. Alright, well, I mean, it's an AoE against water enemies. But I'm doing less damage to these enemies because they are water. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think they stay in there long enough to die, is my conclusion. They get stunned enough, pushed around enough to die. And when they do get stunned, they get stunned for quite a while. That 6-second duration, right? Which is exactly what I'm looking for, especially against these guys right here. Damn cowboys are annoying as hell. Now, it's a lot better if I hit them with it. I'm not using the ability right now. That's not a... so it's not a complete accurate showcase. Not yet. Anyway, I want to try to get that smasher. Where's he at? He's right here. Or is he? Oh, he's right there. But you can imagine this in a hallway, absolutely wrecking enemies, especially in a, they're in a tight spot. They can't move around much. They're already stunned. They're getting hit by every trap you have multiple times since they are stun locked. Which is freaking beautiful. It's absolutely perfect. Now you want to abuse it, you go ahead and use the ability. It's over. You can hear the end. Now the smasher's stunned for 6 seconds minimum. Which is great because you can push around like that. If he gets stunned again, he's stunned for 6 seconds. Now, obviously, if this had a higher impact, then he would be getting stunned more often, I believe, since impact is a big cause for getting stunned. Now, if I was doing this against nature enemies, that'd be a different story. Nature enemies are weak to fire, so I'd do a lot more damage to him. Obviously, I'm not abusing it right now. I could use it again. The ability again, and which would probably decimate him because the AoE. Like that, see? If he's stunned, then I just keep spamming it on him. He's gonna get that sort of like stacking damage. It's almost like stacking damage. It's just overloading him with a bunch of cloud AoE. Now, I didn't see any nature. There might have been, but I just couldn't play it. I'm not trying to play. I'm not trying to jump into a mission that requires me to do something right off the rip, like the evacuate shelters. I don't want to have to do something right away. I want to get these guys in a tight spot. This guy dies. Just wrecked. They're not going to chase me that far. Even the pig got stunned. So if I want to stun the hell out of enemies, it's probably really good. That died. So average enemies will die pretty quickly. Other enemies will just get stunned out of their mind, which is really good, which is really what I want. I want enemies to be stun locked over and over. There's no really good way to test this because right now, my best guess for this weapon would be that you're gonna use it in a home base defense. Like, it's probably the best option to use it in. Or if you're trap tunneling in a mission, right? That's a good thing too. I always say home base defense because that's usually where you have your trap tunnels. And I don't mean that you won't do trap tunnels for your defenses anywhere else, like mission defenses. But for me, that's where I go into lengthy trap tunnels. This is my home base. And anywhere else isn't too complicated. But let's abuse this guy, shall we? I have to reload, I forgot. I shouldn't have done that and then reloaded. Killing enemies makes my ability stay for longer, so I'm trying to also shoot at random enemies. It ended. Okay, that sucks. Ouch, it sucks. Back off. Let's get everybody nice and close. Come here, everybody. Not these guys. Let's try to hit him. Stop that. Get stunned. Actually, no, I don't. I thought I did. What a perfect little nook for them to get caught. I'm dead. These guys are annoying. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Can't believe I ran out. Chasing the bird. Yeah, he fell in there. It's pretty fun. To know you can spam at least 2 or 3 shots. He's dead. Okay. That was abuse in the highest level. Oh, that ended. It ended just as I used it. This encampment we might not be able to take. I got 30 seconds so I can use the ability again. Probably won't be able to take it, especially if it spawns water enemies. Definitely won't be able to. But I'm gonna try it anyway. We'll see how this goes. Who do we got? We have any big guys? Right there. That was a level 250. I could obviously just... Oh, it didn't work that time either. Because I was in there little between bubbles. I was between bubbles. Look at all these guys. I was gonna say they're like zombies, but they are. Oh, I'm dead! But I stunned a good portion of them, which is really nice. And I also recommend not using it the way I'm using it. Use it in tandem with traps. Obviously, it'll be a lot better if you use it with traps. I am not using it with traps because I'm weird. And I just wanted to show off how good it stuns in a 160. Ow, ouch. Exploding death bombs, dude. I stunned like 4 or 5 of them right there. But if I can group them up, which is why I keep saying it's better in an enclosed area like a trap tunnel. That's where you're best gonna be able to abuse it. Actually, it's not game breaking. So when I say abuse it, I don't mean like, oh, it's crazy enough to where when you abuse it, you're 100% guaranteed to a mission win every time. No, this is just a really good stun tactic in a hallway, say, to stun your enemies over and over, um, and hopefully get that win. You know what I mean? But it's not foolproof, obviously. Uh, in my opinion, it's all right. It's not really good either. But if you're looking to stun your enemies for a long duration and get some decent damage in, if they are not water enemies, I mean fire enemies. Sorry, if they're not, if they're not water enemies, what did I say fire for? If they're not water enemies, like this guy, he has no element, so if he stays in that thing, he'll get stunned and he'll die. Stop it. Get stunned in there. You too. See? Gets stunned in there and dies. Just like that. This area is all water enemies, so it's not. I'm pretty sure I can stun that guy too. Let's try it out. Ouch. Okay, well, he's flying, so it's a little different on his end, but I'm pretty sure I could stun it. Yep, stunned. He's back asleep. I can launch rockets at him. He's dead. He missed. Caught that on camera. But you also use different weapons with it, you know what I mean? While they're stunned, switch to a better weapon, you know what I mean? But this is your stunner. Your stunner. He's stunned, but he got full health. Don't know how. Oh, okay. Oh, death burst. Healing death burst. I also need to craft another one. It's probably not going to be your go-to option, but it is a good option. Right? Exploring your possibilities. That's a cool. You see how Rocket Rift activated? I'm gonna collect that. Oh, not for that. I thought it would have given me something better. Safe cracking. Oh, it's part of the. Totally forgot to mention. I'm gonna leave the mission and I'll tell you guys about it. But yeah, see you in a little bit. Okay, we're back. What I forgot to tell you, or you guys, was that Cram Session is back again. Cram Session is a really cool way to get a bunch of XP, to get a bunch of evolution material, gold, stuff like that. So now is one of those times to play. Small update on ventures. I am 139, which means I have 124s, which means I am nearing the end of ventures. I have what, like 10 levels left? 9? No, 11. 10, 11, I guess. I'm nearly there, which is great. Last one I got to just before. I think it was just before level 5 or somewhere around there. Just before getting 5 core, not core reapers, what the heck? Just before getting 5 survivor reapers. 5 survivor superchargers. Which is level 44, level 45, sorry, level 45 was, I think, where I left off, like halfway to 46 or something like that. 46 is when you get your 5 superchargers. 42 you get 4, and then at 44 you get a hero supercharger, you get 1. 48 you get a trap supercharger, you get a single trap supercharger. But yeah, Cram Session, back to Cram Session. Cram Session is back. It's just a good way to get some gold, to get a bunch of XP, to get a decent amount of evolution material. Obviously, if you're a lower level, you're gonna need that, which is perfect for why you should play. Sorry, but that was a bunch of noise in the background. But it's a good reason why you should play. You're probably gonna hear the noise in the background during my small pauses of speech, like when I'm talking and I stop a little bit. You know, in between words, you'll hear. But that is gonna be it for this video. So if you liked it, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.